Welcome to another episode of Listen to Us Rant About Movies. I'm Wes Ford.
And I'm Zach Harris.
If you like what you hear, you can find all of our episodes on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and YouTube. What we like to do is we rant about movies and we drink while we do it. And tonight I am drinking a beer called Invasion IPA. It's from Anchorage Brewing Company in Alaska, and it's got this sweet, melting, Adventure Time looking style face on the front. And
it's a very, very aesthetically pleasing label.
I had to get it, you know. Just
you gotta get it.
You gotta get it, and plus Invasion, little similar to Alien theme there.
Yeah.
So it's an IPA, and it's at 8%. So.
Ooh, so you're getting tagged, bud.
I'm gonna get tagged. What you drinking?
I'm drinking Mango Guppy. It's an IPA from Pipeworks in Chicago.
Nice.
It has this sassy looking guppy.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got mango and honey in it. So I was curious about that.
Sounds good. Sounds tasty.
Yeah, man. I like their stuff from what I've had before. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you drink Pipeworks often. I'm sure it's a good brewery up there.
Definitely.
Let's give this a little taste then.
Yeah, let's get a sip going, bud.
Let's do it.
How's it tasting?
Dude, this is real good for an IPA.
Yeah.
Probably because of the alcohol content, but it tastes real light. It's not that hoppy.
Nice.
It's surprisingly really good. I would suggest if you could ever get it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's like it's an opaque yellow color and super smooth, surprisingly,
nice.
for an IPA, yeah.
So it's the whole package. The package and the product.
You got exactly. You got everything right there, you know. How's yours tasting?
Nice. It's good. It's got that little bitterness in the back, but it's not too assaulting up front. It's kind of got a really sweet taste at the beginning, but not overpowering, you know. It's nice. It's smooth. I'm a fan. Definitely got that mango in there and that honey.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That honey kicking in. Nice.
Mhm. Yeah, it's tasty though. I'm a big fan.
Awesome, man.
Good guppy.
So this episode, we'll be discussing all the films and shows we've been watching since our last episode. And then we'll be reviewing Ridley Scott's new film, Alien Covenant. Which,
Yep.
It's going to be a good one, man. I got a lot to say. And
a lot to talk about with Covenant. You saw it twice, right?
I saw it twice, yeah. So
nice.
It's pretty fresh in my mind. I saw it my second time yesterday. And,
nice and fresh.
Nice and fresh.
Nice.
But first, let's talk about what we've been watching.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of rewatches lately.
Yeah, big rewatch boy, huh?
Big rewatches. And one new watch, and I'll start with that. The new one I've watched is the new Netflix original film called War Machine, starring Brad
that's
Pitt.
out?
It's out.
Nice.
It's out. I watched it yesterday. I definitely say check it out, Zach. I think you might enjoy aspects of it. However, my personal opinion, and I obviously don't want to give it away because you want to see it, but it's kind of all over the place. It's trying to do a couple different things, and it's like at one point, well, most of the time it's a comedy, and near the end it gets really dramatic. And then it overplays those comedic elements with the drama, and it doesn't seem to
cohesive.
work. It doesn't feel cohesive because I'm in one mindset, and they're showing me something else. Something else. They're showing me comedic elements back into where the drama's happening, and there's really big drama, so it breaks the illusion a little bit. And I think Brad Pitt's character, the way he portrays him, is a little over the top.
Yeah.
He kind of does this almost like almost like his Quentin Tarantino character.
Does he do this a lot?
Yeah, he does this. He does
the big lower lip.
Yep.
Like weird
big
frown.
lower lip with one eye open, and He like does this claw thing, and
excited for this claw
he's like,
thing.
Yeah, they talk about it too. Like I said, it works, I think, in the beginning, but then it just starts to get old, and no one else is doing that. Like, no one else has a crazy character. Everyone's pretty realistic, so it just seems over the top. It just, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. But
fair enough.
I was like, it felt kind of dull and boring until I think the big climax scene. I was like, okay, it gets pretty intense, and I enjoy that part. So
nice.
Check it out.
Worth a watch. Netflix. How long is this bad boy?
It feels really long, to be honest. I think it's 2.5 hours.
Okay. Yeah, it's a long one.
It's a long one.
Just curious,
if
you know?
Yeah, if it's not that long, it feels that long.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's definitely over 2 hours, though. So, yeah. War Machine.
Cool. How was Don Cheadle?
Don Cheadle's not in it.
War Machine, dude. I thought this was
Machine.
the MCU War Machine spinoff for Netflix.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
He gets his own solo
Pitt's
movie.
Great as War Machine's butler or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Really War funny. Machine movie. There actually is a really good cast, though. There's some surprises you'll see. Don't look up the cast.
Oh yeah.
Don't look them up on IMDb.
I won't.
Yeah, but there's some decent surprises.
Nice.
What about you? What you been watching?
This weekend I watched the Before trilogy. Busted in that Blu-ray box.
Oh, nice, dude! I still gotta get into that myself, man.
Nice. Yeah, I slammed the whole trilogy. It was good. I'd seen the first two before. I hadn't seen Before Midnight, and it was really good. I mean, they're all great, but I really liked Before Midnight. It's definitely a downer, you know.
Really? Yeah.
I watched them with my girlfriend. She was like, "That's it? No." I was like, "I know, right? Oh, bummer." But it's good. It's real.
I've only seen the first one. Yeah.
The first one's. I think the first one's still probably the best one. The
really?
second one visually, I think, is better.
True.
But like, if I'm popping one on, I'm gonna watch the first one.
Yeah, you know? that one's so good. That first one's so good.
So good.
But the last one,
I didn't realize
the last one's a big downer.
That, what's that?
I said the last one's a big downer.
It's not necessarily a big downer. It has a good ending, but like, it's not just them, you know, being lovey-dovey cute the whole time. I don't want to like spoil you know, what happens if you don't know, but
shit gets real.
Yeah, shit gets real, basically. So, you know, it's not as easy to swallow, but it's good, you know, and it's like, it's done in a real way.
Nice. I gotta check it out.
I didn't realize that, this guy I really like, Fred Frith, scored the first movie. And I was just like, what? This guy's fucking scored before Sunrise? What's this? Score's really good. And then the second one, the third one seemed to have a lot of score. I feel like the second one just like didn't have any. I can't really recall, but it like ended and I was like, was there score that like whole movie? Or were there just songs?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. When you watch it, let me know.
I'll pay attention.
Keep your ears peeled.
Nice, man. How's the cover art treating you? Warming up to it at all, or
cover art? I take it off the shelf and I go, I'm excited to watch these, and then I crack it open and go, oh boy. Just close my eyes, hope I get that thing in the tray. You know what I mean?
Just ignore it. Close your eyes. Hope you get it in the tray. That's good.
The art's pretty brutal. I showed it to Cassidy too, and I was like, check out this cover art though. After we watched all three of them, she's like, they look really weird. Like, yeah, they don't look very good on this.
They don't look like themselves at all.
Yeah, it's really strange. And it's not like the style. It's like, it's just like they look off from the movie. It's like, just use some stills. There's so many good stills to pull from. It's just, and they are stills too. The actual paintings of stills, I think.
Right. It's just like the actual art itself is not good.
Yeah.
You know, sorry to the artist who made that. But.
Yeah. I'm sure your other work is fantastic, but right. I am not loving the Before trilogy box set art. Outside's okay. It's not like incredible, but like it plays. It's classy. It's nice.
Sorry,
like
bud. You messed that one up.
Fuck that, bud.
You effed up, bud.
Effed up. Yeah, those were really nice. The transfers are great. Especially that second one. It's a nice bloomy baby. Got some nice bloom on there. I was like, ooh, this is tasty. I'm liking this. Man. But
you're making me want to watch it.
Yeah, man. You should dive in because the first one we watched at night, and then the next day we were gonna watch the second one, and the second one was so short it ended, and we were like, let's just fucking bob in the third one right now, you know, like because the second one's only 80 minutes. They're like the easiest movies to watch because like there's not many scenes. You know, so it's like really engaging the whole time. And you're just like, it's over. What? Like,
next one.
Come on. Because the second one's like 80 minutes long, so it goes by really quick.
Nice. Yeah, maybe I should get my girlfriend to watch the first one with me. I'll rewatch it. You know, check it out on the Criterion Blue.
Gotta check out that transfer if you're watching.
Gotta check out the transfer. I mean, come on. So I'll do that, and then we'll watch them through. That's yeah. Gotta do it. Speaking of transfers, I watched the new 4K transfer to Blu-ray of Heat.
Oh yeah,
dude.
How is it? Sitting pretty?
It looks great.
Yeah, it's just a good looking film.
It is, and you know I had never seen the whole thing through. I know it's a crazy thing to say because it's Heat and everyone's seen it, but one of those that kind of just like passed me by, you know. And,
yeah, it happens.
But I'd seen the big scene at the end, the big shootout scene. I'd seen that before. But to watch the film from start to finish, it's actually a pretty long movie.
It's like 3 hours, right?
It's 3 hours. Yeah, it's almost 3 hours. But yeah, it's a great film, man. What a good like crime drama, you know?
Totally. Old Mikey knows how to do it, you know?
Dude. He's got the format down. He's a master.
Old Mikey, get some nice blues in there.
And that and that cast too. I mean, the final showdown between Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, it's just like that's what everyone's waiting for, you know.
Totally.
It's so good. I did notice on the mix, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but I don't know if it's just the Blu-ray or how the film is, but the audio mix was kind of all over the place.
I remember the gun sounds being really loud, like they're intentionally trying to like.
Oh, that might be. It's probably on purpose. The guns are super loud, but even like the helicopters too are insanely loud, and the dialogue is really low. So it's like I'm in an apartment complex.
Yeah,
I have my sound bar with my bass, so it's like I'm constant. The volume remote is in my hands the entire time.
Yeah,
you know, I'm adjusting up,
easing
down,
off,
up, down, up, down throughout the entire movie. So that was kind of annoying, but whatever. I mean, I think that's just me being in an apartment. If I just had a house, you know, I could blast the shit out of it. But yeah, that was my only downside to it. But I really enjoyed it. It's a fucking fantastic film.
It's nice. And for what? How much you get it? There was like $8, right? The Blu-ray?
It was like $9. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cheap one.
It's cheap.
It's like, what am I doing? I like vowed. I was like, all right, this is the last Blu-ray. It's whatever I got before that. I think it was Rumblefish. I think it was the last Blu-ray I'm getting for a while. Like, gotta like watch this stack of like, I don't know. My shelf in my room is filled now of my watch file. But and then that came out, and I was like, $7. I thought it was on Amazon for like $7.88 or something. I was like, oh my god, I gotta buy it. What am I doing? Like,
Come on,
not gonna be around for long. Gotta buy this 3-hour movie that I'll definitely get to.
Right. One day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good purchase, though. I mean, that's a good deal.
Oh yeah, it's real good.
Yeah, you gotta watch it soon, man. It looks good. Looks real good.
I'm really excited. Just carve out some time, you know, light some candles, pop on. Pop on, eat.
have a spare 3 hours to kill, and
yeah, text all my roommates, say like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna need the living room tonight." Put some rose petals out
for yourself.
Yeah, sit there and slam some heat, man.
Slam some heat. It's not even a romance movie. But you light some candles and put some rose petals out.
Yeah.
Zach, what are you doing in there?
Movie. Yeah. Just all these gun noises.
Super loud helicopter, just like.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's great.
Let's see what else I got on my list. Kind of did 3 in 1 there, you know. I watched. I went and saw Colossal.
Dude, how was it?
Did not care for it.
Really?
Yeah, I was not into it.
It's like 50-50.
Yeah, there was just like, maybe it's like it's the nerdiest complaint, but just like the whole like the logic behind the whole thing that's going on with her and the monster just like is not thought through at all.
Really?
It's like there's throughout the movie she like stands on this, because you know the general premise of this movie, right? Yeah, so she like stands in this like park, and she has to step like into the mulch in this like certain spot to like pop up there at this like very specific time. And like the whole movie she's like standing on the edge, and it's like her like about to step, and it's this like big dramatic thing, and then she'll like get pushed out or fall out, and the monster will disappear. But then at the end it's like running out of the area where she disappeared all the times before, and like she doesn't, and it's just like, what? Like someone clearly standing on the grass and just going like, why didn't it disappear? You know, just like a lot of things like that where I'm just like, oh, you guys just like didn't think about that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So they set up these rules and didn't follow through on them. They're
just like, it's just not thought out at all. And like the way she realizes is like, she scratches her head like this in this one specific spot, and she just watches footage of the monster doing it and goes, and like freaks out. It's like, it's me. It's like, that is an insane thing to jump to. It's like, I'm that monster in Korea. It's like, what are you talking about?
Because the monster like scratches his head.
Yeah, it's just like the monster scratches his head similar. So like, you think you're this monster in Korea? That is insane. I don't know. I was not into it.
It's a very bizarre concept for a movie.
Yeah, and it's like, on paper, I don't dislike it. Like, I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, that could be weird, you know?
Right.
And, I don't know, Jason Sudeikis is in it, and, like, his character gets really weird, and it just seems like they try to go too far, and it's, like, too on the nose of, like, it, like, starts off really on the nose, but it's okay, because you think they're trying to have fun with it, and you think there's going to be, like, these, like, fun, like, giant monster battles.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, really clearly a low-budget movie, which is okay, but they don't, like, there just, like, isn't enough of that stuff to, like, execute this concept, you know?
Yeah.
And, I feel like it starts really on the nose, and then it's just, like, it's kind of, like, just, like, muddy. Just, like, too much stuff going on. They should have just kept it more simple.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't crazy about it, but... whatever. I saw it in Dallas. We were by an Alamo Drafthouse, and I was just like, I've never been to the Alamo Drafthouse, so...
Dude, you went to the Alamo?
Yeah, Alamo the one in Dallas. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
It was
That's
cool.
Awesome.
It was good. Yeah.
Nice theater?
Brew. Yeah, it was real nice.
Cool, man.
We were the only ones in the theater. It was really funny. Sean and I.
Dude, that's awesome. You have to go there. If you're by there, you have to fucking check out the...
I figured I'd check it out, you know? A lot of good posters. Had like a huge Barbarella poster in the hallway, and like I was like, oh, this is nice, dude.
Dude, that's pretty cool, man.
Dude, this is chill, dude.
Nice, dude. I rewatched Logan.
Nice,
I got it on the UHD 4K Blu-ray, and looks pretty solid, dude.
Yeah.
It also came. I didn't know until I got the disc because I got it on Amazon, and it arrived, and I didn't know that it came with the noir cut, black and white noir.
Yeah,
cut.
totally.
So the first thing I did was pop that in just to see what it looks like. I'm like, I went to a scene. Wasn't a fan. I don't know. Maybe it's because it was the HDR with the black and white. It kind of gives it almost like a camcorder look, just because you don't have any. There's more grays. You're getting a more range of gray, other than just like more dramatic black and white, and that I think would make it pop a little more. So really, it just kind of looks like someone just put a filter over it, and it didn't work for me. I didn't think I don't get the fad that's going on with the black and white releases.
It's kind of weird.
It's weird. Logan. It's a western. It's not a noir. I don't understand it. But but I watched the whole thing in color, and that looked great. The HDR on that looks amazing.
Nice.
It was. I was kind of blown away. Like at certain scenes, it was just like, this looks so good. And the quality obviously was great, and it's a good flick too. So
nice.
I was glad to add another 4K to the collection.
Yeah, which by the way, we kind of just glanced over the fact that Heat did not come out on UHD.
Dude, I know. Well, yeah, it's like you did a 4K transfer. Just put it on the 4K Blu-ray, man.
Pop that shit on UHD, bud. Come on, Michael.
You already did half the work, bud. Just put it on there.
We should start an online petition to Michael Mann to release the cut.
Yeah.
And I don't even have one, but that's what would push me over the edge. Like that's a movie that like it's like, oh shit. Like you know, he came out on 4K. Like, oh no.
It's like, I don't know. It's another kind of. It's another period in the sentence of that discussion of are we really all going towards 4K Blu-ray?
Yeah.
And it's like if we were in the age of when Blu-rays came out, everything was being re-released on Blu-ray. Boom, 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 boom.
Definitely, yeah.
They're getting HD transfers, and then they were putting on Blu-rays. It's like they just did a 4K transfer, but they put it on regular 1080p Blu-ray. Why? Why did they do that? Doesn't make sense. It's like,
because who put it out? Do they put out UHDs? Whatever company put it out, or is it just like? I mean,
I don't actually know the distributor, but
because it could just be a thing that whoever released it doesn't put out UHDs, but that seems unlikely. Because I feel like it's got to just be like a big.
I feel like Heat, whoever owns that, would have been able to do it.
Yeah, because I know Warner Brothers had it. I don't know if it's still.
Yeah, who's the production company in the let's look this up.
I think it was Warner Brothers. I can just grab the Blu-ray. It's right here.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, grab it.
'20th Century Fox put out the blue. But I remember that the DVD was Warner Brothers because they would always do the spines justified on the left corner, and I remember it used to bother me.
Oh,
he was one of them.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong about that. But.
Well, at least the production company was Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but Fox put out this Blu-ray.
Fox has access to. I mean, yeah, Fox did Logan. They should have. So.
Yeah. Seems weird, right?
Very strange, yeah.
Just seems like an easy thing to cash in on. People would buy this shit. This is like demo disc movie for UHD. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also it's Heat. It's one of the most acclaimed films of all time.
So many dads would buy this for their new 4K TV. You know?
Seriously.
Seems weird. Seems like a missed opportunity, guys.
It really does. I mean, you could have charged more and also provide the Blu-ray with it. So it's like.
I would have bought the UHD.
You would have bought it, even though you don't have a UHD player.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you would have done it. Like, yeah, other people would have done it. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's a bummer. But
what are you gonna do?
I think my next one might be
my petition.
Yeah. I gotta get John Wick. Got to get John Wick Chapter 2 on the UHD.
Yeah, dip that wick, bud.
I got the first one.
Double dip that wick.
Gotta double dip it.
Double dip that wick.
Double dip the wick.
Do you have Labyrinth on 4K yet?
No, I should. Dude, get that.
You should. I have it on 4K. They re-released it, and I was like, I should get the new transfer. My old Blu-ray is shitty. And I bought it not realizing, because it was like a steelbook one, and it just had the 4K in there. I was like, well, I guess I have my first UHD here.
Dude, there you go.
Labyrinth.
Is that your only UHD?
Yeah. Yeah, it's my only... I have a couple 3D Blu-rays.
I do too. I don't have a 3D TV, but I still have
I don't either.
Yeah.
Like Prometheus, had to get that 3D Blu-ray.
Same, dude. I got that for sure.
Yeah, for sure, dude. 3-hour doc, dude.
Dude, 3. Wow. The Ultimate Edition. Had to get that shit. What else you got on your list?
Let's see, I'm looking through. Oh, I saw this movie at the Chicago Critics Film Festival called Lucky that starred Harry Dean Stanton. And David Lynch was in it too.
What?
Yeah, it was good. It was directed by John Carroll Lynch, the like character actor guy who was in like Zodiac. I mainly remember him from Zodiac, but he's in a ton of stuff. He was recently in The Founder. Did you see The Founder?
No, I want to.
Oh, I want to see I watched it on a plane. We can get to that later. But
oh, nice.
But yeah, I saw Lucky, and it was good. It was just like Harry Dean Stanton as an old man. It's kind of like smoking cigarettes and walking around, going to the bar, hanging out with David Lynch and a bunch of other people.
Sounds amazing.
It was really good. Yeah, David Lynch talking about his turtle that's lost. I think it's I forget. It's named after some president, maybe like FDR or something, but I don't know. It's named after some old president or something like that. And it's really good. It was a lot of fun. It was like there was stuff in it that was like, you know, a little whatever, but it was overall I really, really enjoyed it. Just like fun to watch Harry Dean Stanton, because it's like the movie is like catered towards him, you know.
Really? Does it have anything to do with? I'm guessing not, but it has anything to do with the David Lynch documentary that came out or anything?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I think he's just in it just since he's friends with Harry Dean, because I think the people who wrote it they were at like a Q&A, and they said that one of them was Harry Dean Stanton's assistant for like 10 years or something like that. Yeah. So he would like, they would go out drinking and Harry Dean would just tell him all his stories. And he was like, we gotta just like make a movie to like encapsulate Harry Dean Stanton, you know?
That's great, man.
It's good. But it's a lot of him like in his underwear doing crossword puzzles and like, it's going to buy milk. Like, it's good.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. It was fun.
That's awesome.
Which is hysterical to call that movie fun. It's like, oh yeah, it was so fun. Harry Dean Stanton smokes a lot of butts. Crossword puzzles in his underwear. So much fun.
Hangs with David Lynch.
Yeah,
so
it's a roller coaster ride. It's a adrenaline fueled thrill ride.
All right.
No, but I enjoyed it. It was really good.
Nice, man. I only got one more. So you might have to say a couple of things, because there's, for one, I want to hear from you. I want you to talk about the new Twin Peaks a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's my next one.
I want you to talk about that. But yeah, I did another rewatch. I just haven't been able to watch a lot of new movies because I was on vacation for a week and limited access to internet. I brought some movies with me, but I rewatched Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was a good rewatch.
It's a good one.
It's a good film. It's a pretty good film. You know,
it's surprisingly good.
It's surprisingly good. I went and saw it originally in theaters, and I thought it was going to be bad. I went into it thinking this movie is going to be bad, because the trailers looked stupid. It's like Tom Cruise like running in this like mechanical suit, you know.
Yeah.
It just looked outrageous and like over the top CGI and everything, but it's really good. It's a very clever science fiction movie, and he's great in it. The story is very surprising where it goes, and just a good solid flick. And I thought it was also a good one to talk about too, because they announced they're going to do a sequel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
So
Nice.
it's like
Same director?
interesting. I think it's the same director, yeah, and it's gonna have Tom Cruise in it. I don't know about. No, I think Emily Blunt's in it as well. But the title, come on, this is stupid. Because the history of the title, it's kind of, if anyone doesn't know, the movie came out in theaters called Edge of Tomorrow. It got released on Blu-ray disc as Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow, which is just
the worst
stupid title.
Ever.
It really is. And Edge of Tomorrow on the disc is like really tiny in the corner, so it's just like Live, Die, Repeat, stupid. Real big. It's like, what? This is so dumb.
It's like it's bringing the whole Newman Cruise thing to a new level. Do you remember that? The Color of Money on DVD, the Scorsese movie.
Yeah.
The title is really tiny in the middle, and it says Newman Cruise. So I always just call the movie Newman Cruise to a whole new thing. It's not the actors, but just like the tagline, like overtaking the title.
Right.
And then on the spine, it's Live, Die, Repeat, : right?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like Live, Die, Repeat, real big. Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, and then
kind of looks like the slogan. It's weird.
It's dumb.
But here's the title of the new movie: Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Not even fucking joking, dude.
Wait, but it would have to be Live, Die, Repeat, : and Repeat, :
It's literally Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat.
Yeah, that's a terrible title.
It's so
what are
bad.
They doing? Like, did they do that knowing that they were gonna make another one to like brand it that way, or like?
They might have had. Yeah, they might have had the idea. I don't know.
Just save Live, Die, Repeat for the sequel. There you go. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Get that shit out of here.
So, come on, it's got to be. Is it Warner Brothers behind it? I'm not sure. The company behind it, is it Warner Brothers?
Or is I'm not sure. Yeah. I think it was Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Either way, it's probably some suit kind of calling the shots, some marketing thing. You know, it's stupid
bullshit. Yeah.
But yeah, that you get a kick out of that.
Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat. Yeah, because I was gonna bring up this title controversy if we didn't get into it, because it's outrageous.
Yeah. It is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid.
All that aside, still solid flick. Good rewatch.
Yeah.
So.
I need to watch that again. Let's see what else I got on here. I guess I can quickly talk about The Founder. Watched it on a plane.
Yeah, talk about it.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was good.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was pretty whatever. But Michael Keaton was really good. I mainly like the beginning where he's just like driving around trying to sell milkshake machines to people. That's how he like finds out about McDonald's. Is they order 8 of them and they like each cook 6 milkshakes, or cook the milkshake, mix 6 milkshakes.
Yeah.
And they like order 8 or something. He's like, no, you gotta be mistaken. They're like, no, we need them. Business is booming. And he's like, I gotta go check out this McDonald's thing. But
oh, so he didn't found McDonald's? I thought he like found.
What's
it.
that? No, the whole thing is he like 2 other people start McDonald's. He comes in and tells them to franchise it, and then like takes over the franchising and like slowly steals McDonald's from like the people who created it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What do you know? Another dick move for
yeah,
a huge corporation.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was pretty good. I mean, it was like it was the perfect movie to watch on a plane. The perfect movie to watch on a plane.
Really?
Like, yeah. It's nothing against the movie. It's like still worth a watch, but like I was just like, this is the one to watch right now. out of all the ones, you know, like something good, but that's not like. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing a disservice to the movie watching it on a plane.
Sure.
But it's like, I don't know if I'm going to check out The Founder otherwise, so it's like the perfect application. Like, Certain Women was on there.
Right.
I don't know if I said this last time, but like...
You did,
It keeps popping up on the plane, and I want to see it so bad. It's not out on Blu-ray, but I'm like, I can't watch this on the plane right now. You know, like, what if I fall asleep? What if the people make an announcement and it freezes?
Yeah, there's also the whole aspect, too, of like... Sometimes I'm it sounds silly, but I'm worried about certain movies that I'm watching, what other people like might look over and be like, what the fuck is he watching? You know, there's like a lot of nudity or crazy violence, you know, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Either. So
totally. Which there were some interesting ones on there. I can't remember any of them right now, but ones that I was like, I don't think this is a thing to be on a plane. You know, like,
why are they offering this?
Yeah, this does not seem like something that should be offered on this plane right now.
Do they want people watching this on the plane?
Yeah, they want this? This is strange. But yeah, it was pretty good. Worth a watch. Michael Keaton's good.
Yeah, I want to check it out for sure at some point. Did that come out this year, 2017?
I think it was end of last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might be right. I'm a little concerned, man. I don't know if... I know there's going to be a lot of good movies later this year, but I just don't have anything worthy of a top 10 list right now. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if I do either.
It's still early.
I have to think about it.
It's just like, I'm looking at my films, I'm like, there's nothing that I like want to be like on my list. Like,
yeah,
like Logan, that's really, really good, but I don't know if that's like, I don't know if I want to put that on my top 10, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't,
Yeah, I'm looking through my list. I'm not seeing much that I have seen that like that would make the list. But yeah,
I'm looking forward to some films though. I mean, we've got coming up real soon, which we should do a review on. It Will Come at Night, or It Comes at Night.
Oh yeah, I'll see that for sure.
I want to see The Beguiled.
Mm-hmm.
Sofia Coppola's film, which she just won Best Director for it.
Yeah, I've heard that's real tasty.
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, the fall season is where it gets crazy, and you can't, there's too much to even watch. So.
Yeah, totally. It's gonna get wild.
Yep. So tell me about Twin Peaks.
I am fucking loving the new Twin Peaks.
Oh,
it's
man.
real. It's real good. I'm all about it. It's definitely different. It kind of feels like the first two, because they had a weird release thing where the first night, which was last Sunday, was episodes 1 and 2.
Oh, really?
On the app, they released 3 and 4 also on the like Showtime Anytime or whatever.
Yeah.
And then today they're airing 3 and 4, and then next Sunday is 5. So
weird.
There was potential of 4 hours of content last Sunday, but I waited. I watched the second 2 on Friday.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That is really crazy. I almost feel like naturally the show, it's so weird in this time with Netflix and everything where we binge everything. I think it's kind of nice it's on Showtime because it feels like the type of show where you want to kind of digest it a little bit. You watch it, you digest it.
Definitely.
Next week you watch the next one. That format works for some shows, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was kind of nice though, because it's so different that like within the 4 episodes they kind of hit all those sweet spots that you would want, but like not in any one by itself. So like a lot of it's a lot darker and stranger than the other stuff, which I'm all about.
Yeah, good.
But like there's the goofy stuff that you want in there too. And like episode 3 like gets into some like real like kind of like lighthearted goofy stuff.
Interesting.
So like that's really nice. So it's like I feel like they kind of did it to kind of like spread it out, so it's not like people are like, these first 2 are garbage, like what's gonna happen, you know what I mean? Just like kind of getting, because it's really slow paced, and that's something I like about it a lot. Is it definitely taking their time with stuff, like
right.
Like some crazy stuff has happened, but I don't know how much I've like learned. Like the story still feels like it's getting going, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And like sometimes it might be a little much. There's like some dialogue scenes like that just go on a really long time, or like weird repetitions and stuff like that, but I like that stuff. Like I don't know if I made it, if I would be bold enough to be like, this scene will be 5 minutes. You know what I mean? But like like I don't mind watching it. But I'm really, really liking it a lot. It's definitely really different. It's real weird. It's
Nice.
doing stuff I didn't expect it to do, and I'm glad that it's more of like its own thing than just like trying to be the show when it was on. You know what I mean?
Which a lot of shows, when they come back, they're just like trying to be the same thing again, but it's never quite as good because it's doing it again.
Yeah,
but this
because they're
seems
trying
to
to
be
like
doing
tap
its
into
own thing.
Definitely, instead of trying to tap into like the nostalgia factor. You know what I mean? It's like it's like even the themes and stuff. Like Twin Peaks has like 4 themes in the first season, and they just like use the same ones over and over again,
over and over again.
And it's like it's fun when you're watching it, but like this new one, there's very little score. And honestly, I'd be totally down for there to be more score, but it never like is detraction, because any time that they use the Laura Palmer theme in the third one, and then it's like a big moment when it happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oof.
So it's they're pacing it out, which is really nice.
I really want to get to it. I'm halfway through the first season. It is a slow-paced one. It's like it's not a show that I can really binge personally. I need that time to kind of digest it a little bit, and it is very so slow. But I really do want to get through it, and I've heard you have to watch everything to really appreciate the show, and that's okay.
Which, you
know.
And I will say though that if you were trying to watch the new ones, I would try to watch everything, but there's a chunk in that second season that is not great. That I feel like people just say like every episode is incredible, you know, and it's like no, like there's a lull for sure. Like when I was rewatching it with Cassidy, we hit the point, and it's like a few episodes after things are resolved in season 2, and it just kind of like trails on. It's like you could tell that they weren't sure like where to go.
It's probably when David Lynch left.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
So
I heard that also David Lynch actually said this. He said that the movie Firewalk with Me plays a big part in the season at some point. So I should probably watch that too. Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it.
Yeah.
It's really good. I rewatched that right before.
Nice.
Like, we watched the new ones. I have not seen still the Missing Pieces, which is the like feature length clips that were cut out of Firewalk with Me. I still haven't seen that. I was gonna try to rewatch that before the new one started, but I just didn't have time, and it was like, well, I don't own it either. I don't have the Blu-ray, but
how's the cast? Do you like having everyone back? Does it take place literally the same amount of time later? With the cast?
Well, there's a whole thing that you'll see when you watch it, but that like, I guess it's not exactly 25 years, but like there is a specific thing of like I'll see you in 25 years, and like a planting of 25 years later something will happen. So it picks up with everyone 25 years later, and
wow,
it's good, which is really cool.
It's really cool, dude.
It might be like 26 or something in actuality now,
in there.
like when it airs, but it's still like it makes sense. It's not like a revival for revival's sake. Like
it makes sense in the context of the show.
Yeah, at least there was like a seed planted for it.
That's super cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is really neat. And the cast is great. I like all the new people that they added. There's a lot of really good like small roles of like just a couple. I don't want to ruin too many, but like Ethan Suplee has like a little cameo, and like that's nice. It's like, oh, it's good to see this guy, and like Brett Gelman is in it, and he's funny, and it's like he's in a scene or two, and it's like probably never be in the show again, but like that was like good casting.
I heard Log Lady's back.
Yeah, Log Lady is back, which is cool.
That's pretty good.
It's sad though. She looks really sick, and I know she passed away like after they filmed it.
Oh no, for real?
So she looks, she has like the tubes and stuff. It's kind of sad.
Oh, that's a
But
bummer,
it's good
man.
that she got to be in it though. It's like it's cool.
Yeah, good for her. Good for her.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I will say Michael Cera is in it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I don't know if I like that. That's weird.
I think the scene that he's in and the character he plays is like really good on paper, but when the way that they frame it in the show, it's kind of distracting. And it's like I was like, no, Michael Cera will be good in this. And it's like, I don't think he's bad. It's just like kind of distracting.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's
yeah.
Makes sense.
Because it's like I like Michael. Like I don't think he's bad. Like
no, I like him too.
He's a good actor, but like it's distracting.
Yeah.
But
he's just too recognizable.
Yeah. Kyle MacLachlan's great though. There's been a lot of cast members that you've seen again. Not all of them though. There's definitely still a lot after the first 4 episodes that I haven't seen again yet. Some that I think probably won't be seen at all. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions from the show that I don't know if they're ever going to get into. Don't necessarily care, but like I'm curious to see what happens and how much it's actually going to tie into like the direct events that like in the show, or if because for like the main arc is Cooper, you know what I mean, and I don't want to spoil anything that happens, but like something happens with his character at the end of the season that's like still being like worked through and explored, and it's a very sort of like unexplainable thing. So it's really interesting to see showing that visually. And he's also just is very obsessed with like identity and like multiple identities in the same person, and one person being multiple people, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's a theme that runs through his work a lot in like Lost Highway and like, you know, Mulholland Drive,
sure
Twin Peaks before also, but and I feel like he's really pushing that, which I like, and it's doing some interesting things. It's cutting to some stuff that like I had was just like out of left field completely, but I really like. And the movie's kind of like that too. Like the movie Fire Walk with Me starts like with a completely different investigation with completely different characters. I mean, David Lynch is in it, but like different FBI agents. Kiefer Sutherland's one of them.
Really?
Fire Walk with Me, yeah. But and I feel like it takes a similar approach, where it's just kind of like starting and like setting up these completely separate storylines that will eventually come and like tie in later. But like instead of it being seen through one character, it's kind of just like following everyone until they come together.
Interesting. Do you think they're going to continue after this, or do you think it's going to be like a one shot? They do this season and it's done.
I think that's what it's doing. I think it's one and done.
Makes sense.
Because it's 18 episodes.
Yeah, which is great.
18 hours, which is amazing.
We're not used to that amount of content in one season. That's fantastic.
So, from what I've heard, it's one and done. So, we'll see.
Okay. I really want to catch up, man. It seems awesome. I'm liking season 1. I still have no idea what the fuck is going on. But I'm definitely curious. And, I mean, also it's David Lynch. I just want to do it to absorb his content because he's a master. He's a master filmmaker. And it's real ballsy of Showtime to give him, especially with his style and sensibilities of being so weird, and to give him a whole show and be like, here, do what you want. Here's all the funding. Make something great. And he just he has that complete creative freedom, and that they trust in him to do that is amazing.
Mm-hmm. So, because there's a lot of stuff in there that otherwise wouldn't fly. Like things like you can tell that he's getting what he wants. Maybe we'll find out that he thinks it's terrible and he was restricted, but like the ideas are out there, and there's a lot of really cool stuff that like I don't expect to see on like Showtime or HBO or you know what I mean?
Yeah, or any
but that
modern show.
That I don't want to say because like it'll ruin it when it comes up. But like,
gotcha.
You should definitely try to get on that train before it leaves the station. You know what I mean?
I know. I want to be part of the conversation. I got to catch up. And what's great is it's cool that they seem to on the app. They just seem to be having them on the Showtime app, right? So I could catch up theoretically, right?
Definitely.
That's great.
You got like 14 weeks.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can do that. There's only 2 seasons, so. one other question, which was, damn it, I just forgot. Yeah, whatever. Never mind.
Sorry.
That's right. Yeah. Oh well. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I'm excited to catch up and get to that. For sure. Cool, man. So
cool.
You want to move on to our review?
Let's do it, bruv.
It's that. We're gonna be reviewing Alien Covenant, non-spoiler section, starting right now.
You've all sacrificed so much to be here and be a part of this thing we're doing. This crew is made up of couples.
It's the first ever large-scale colonization mission.
And everyone back on Earth is
Really grateful for your hard work and your courage.
we're making history here.
This is wheat. What are the odds of finding human vegetation this far from Earth?
Who planted it? You hear that?
What?
Nothing. No birds. No animals. Nothing. What happened here?
So, dude, Alien Covenant.
Old
What'd you think?
Ridley's Alien Cov.
Oh yeah.
I liked Alien Covenant. I didn't love Alien Covenant, but I definitely liked it, and I think it's a grower, not a shower, and I think I'm gonna watch this thing a couple more times, just like Prometheus, and it's gonna be sitting cherry. That's my hope, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing Prometheus for the first time and being like, it's garbage. Just like leaving the theater, like not liking it. And then like I watched it like a couple days before I saw Alien Covenant, and I was like, this movie's amazing. What was it? I'm really liking this right now. I'm fucking eating this shit up. So
Hell yeah.
I definitely had my problems with Alien Covenant, but I think it'll come around, you know.
So you weren't able to catch it again, right?
No,
only
I
saw it
didn't
one
end
time?
up seeing it again.
So my second time watching it pretty much solidified my opinion of it. I like it too. I like Alien Covenant. I also didn't love it. I think there is a lot of stuff that really bothers me about it, but at the same time, I think it's an improvement on Prometheus, because I thought the same thing. Yeah, I thought it was an improvement, and I like Prometheus. But I did walk out of the theater being like, come on. Prometheus has so many problems, you know? Like,
Definitely.
It has a lot of problems, but I like it. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah.
I can look past those things, because I like the Alien franchise a lot, and I can look past.
You're a
past that
xenomorph
stuff.
head.
I am a xenohead.
Xenohead.
I'm a xenohead, self-proclaimed. So yeah, but aside those things from Prometheus, same thing with Alien Covenant. It gave me kind of that lore as a fan.
Yeah.
You know, it gave me that lore background that I think is interesting. And what I find with Alien Covenant is it brought back, obviously, some of those... it brought back that same feeling of the original film, Alien. Yeah. But also took it in a slightly different direction, but still enclosed itself within the formula of the films.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things I'll just say right now starting to bother me now is like the formula. I think it's just getting tiresome. The ship starts out, they know nothing about any previous event. They get there, they do fucking stupid shit. They get eaten by aliens, and there's a couple survivors, and end of the film. That's it. And then
Totally.
that doesn't affect anything else moving forward. The same mistakes are made continuously over and over and over again. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point that he's trying to show. Humans are flawed.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm rambling now. But
No.
Overall, I liked the film. I didn't love it, but I did quite enjoy the things that it did bring, and I liked it more than Prometheus. So.
Okay. I think I need to see it again to say whether I like it more than Prometheus or not. But my main issue was I felt like this should have almost been 2 movies. And I don't want to get too into it in the non-spoiler section.
Right.
But I feel like this was Prometheus 2 and this was like Alien 5, but they kind of were trying to like nail both. And I felt like they were also like with the alien stuff, like with the actual scenes of the alien kills, they were going for this like, it was more of like a horror like slasher thing than the original ones, or at least the original Alien, which was like much more methodical and slow, and like you could see it coming like in the background, but the characters didn't know. Whereas like in this, they go, "Hey, the alien's there," and then it like cuts to like alien vision of like where the aliens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt much more like a slasher movie, like with the POVs and like the couple in the shower and stuff like that. But then there's also these like remnants of the more Prometheus stuff that are this like slower, more contemplative scenes of like people talking, discussing these things on this alien planet. And I liked that stuff more, probably.
Really?
But I think it was framed in a movie where it like they were clashing. Because like right from the get-go, I don't want to ruin anything again, but like they start hard. You know what I mean? They're like, the pace like picks up right away because like something crazy happens. And I feel like even with the newer aliens, like the smaller ones, they're fast and like they're running around and they're more like animals that are just like being animals. So it felt like they were going for that.
Yeah.
And to try to have it be this like relentless thing where it's just like moving. But it was just slowed down by the Prometheus stuff.
Yeah.
Which was the stuff that I wanted to see more.
Yeah.
But it felt like it was like fighting itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's yeah, I agree. It was a meld between the two because you have Prometheus, which is not like an alien film at all. It is like it started its own kind of. It's very unique in the sense of the entire franchise. You know, it stands alone completely. And so you have a direct sequel to Prometheus, and then it also blends in, trying to bring back that alien horror element. But like you said, it's more of a slasher than like a slow, methodical, science fiction, dark horror film. But yeah, okay, I can see that. I didn't see that as an issue for me, but I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
and it was a thing where like I felt like a lot of this we just had to get into spoilers, but it just I felt like the movie could have been 20 to 30 minutes shorter or like 40 minutes longer, and either one I would be okay with. I would prefer if it was longer. Like, I just wanted to see more, and it was frustrating. And I feel like that was my same complaint with Prometheus. I think there were some more scenes that like didn't have a place being there in Prometheus than this one. This one just seemed very trimmed. And like before I saw it, I was like reading this thing about Ridley Scott and like his director's cuts and his process or whatever. And he was talking about The Counselor and how like sometimes you just like go and you're trimming and like you're used to the film, but like you're not like thinking about the audience, and like you end up trimming too much. And I feel like he's just he is a victim to trimming too much now.
Yeah, he's probably just in that mindset for so long, you know. I can see it. I mean, it happens with us, I'm sure too, with projects that we work on, and you are involved with the project for so long, and then you get to a result to where you show it to people who haven't been through that evolution of the project. They don't understand how you got from point A to point B. Like they're just only seeing the end result of point B, and sometimes it's not the best result. Sometimes you need to show something before. And I've had that issue with work and stuff too, but
I have too.
Yeah.
Sean referred to him as Ridley Scissorhands, which I thought was funny.
Because he cuts too much.
Yeah, it's like fucking Ridley Scissorhands needs to chill. Give me a good laugh.
Stop trimming.
Yeah. But I guess that's my main complaint, is that, like, I think the conflicting movies for me, that it, like, almost felt like two movies, could have been fixed by, like, making it more of a, like, relentless pace, like the aliens are always there, they're always after everyone, or just, like, slowing it way down and just adding way more Prometheus stuff.
Give one or the other. Don't.
It felt like an in-between, and I'm like, really holding out hope that he makes a fucking director's cut on Blu-ray.
They are two very different kind of movies too. You know, it is interesting because you have that slow lore kind of giving background element to the whole the mystery of the xenomorphs and everything, and then you have the actual xenomorphs destroying shit. Yeah, and the melding of that is just a little weird.
Yeah. It feels like it has two separate goals. Or it almost feels like Ridley Scott wants to make the slow Prometheus sequel, but he's, like, forced to make it this other thing, too. Which I heard that, like, he also said, like, he thought the Xenomorph was done. He, like, didn't want to use it anymore. But, like, everyone wanted it. So he was like, alright, I guess it's not done. You know?
Yeah.
But, like...
Well, that's what you're talking about. Fleshing it out more, cutting less.
Yeah.
Would come in handy. If you flesh that out more, it would feel more kind of smooth and organic. But here's my biggest issue with the film, and I'll talk more about it in spoilers, but this is just a generic comment on it. I can't stand the fact, why haven't we learned these are the worst fucking scientists to exist?
Yeah.
Like, why did they keep making... You can create horror. You can create horrific scenes by people being smart. And that's what makes it more scary if they're able to figure out and play realistically of what they would do. Yet nothing they do affects them getting hurt. You know what I mean? So these scientists, they come on this planet. They do stupid shit. Same as Prometheus. We're just going to go ahead and spoil Prometheus. Warning here. I'm not going to spoil Alien Covenant. I'm going to spoil Prometheus. I'm going to say, in Prometheus, the scientists are so stupid. They come onto this planet. Yeah. They take their helmets off. They're touching the goo and shit. An alien spouts out, and they're just, like, playing with it. Like, scientists wouldn't do that. They just wouldn't. And if they were more careful with that, and if they were still, like, how actual scientists would act in those scenarios, yet it didn't affect the end result whatsoever, that's scarier to me.
No, I completely
They didn't
agree.
take their helmet off, and they did every safety precaution that they could possibly do, yet shit still gets inside their spacesuits, and they still get infected with, you know what I mean? That's what makes it scarier. It breaks the illusion, and it's a dumb excuse to make things happen. It's a dumb excuse to further the plot by making them do little mistakes, like just stupid horror tropes, cliche tropes. Oh, I'm gonna go over here. I'll be right back. Of course, that guy's gonna fucking die. You know?
Yeah, totally.
That's my biggest complaint with both films, is that those trends continue. That was one of the biggest complaints about Prometheus, is that these scientists were stupid and they didn't act like scientists. Yet they did the same thing again in the new movie. So it's just it's dumb. It's like he didn't listen at all.
Yeah, I think this was a slight improvement to the last movie. I feel like they weren't quite as stupid. Because in the last movie, they're like dicking around. They're like, dicking around in some alien like chamber. It's just like, I would get the fuck out of there. If I was, you know what I mean? Like, they left initially because they were like, we're getting out of here. Like, this is spooky. And then they're gonna, like, fuck with a little actual alien that they see? Like, no way. But,
yeah, exactly. Makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But I will say, there were definitely times in this that I felt the same way. Mainly with the first actual encounter with the alien, with a alien.
Yes.
I feel like was a little, like, what are you doing? Like, why does anyone think this is a good idea? You know what I mean? Like, and,
yeah.
That also being said, slight tangent that scene made me think of, is visually, I just don't think this is as good as Prometheus.
I think that the Prometheus, the visual effects of Prometheus are incredible.
Yeah.
And the photography is amazing. For sure. But that's not to say I don't think Alien Covenant looks bad. I think it still looks great. Still looks gorgeous. I don't think
it looks bad. I just think like they're employing a lot of handheld in spot. It's more horror based, which I get that like the original is more horror based, but like
that was the intention.
Yeah,
that was the intention.
But I feel like the original doesn't really. It never has like crazy shaky cam handheld. You know, it's like it's a horror movie like The Haunting or something is a horror movie. You know what I mean? Where it's like it's almost like a ghost movie as opposed to a slasher. And I thought this felt more like a slasher. They have like the handheld of like the girl fighting the alien with the knife in the like clothes in the ship or whatever, and like the tail coming into the shower is such like a slasher movie thing. You know what I mean? Like, and like I don't necessarily think that's bad. It's just it's definitely different.
Yeah, I think it's also kind of just the natural evolution of the xenomorph in the films, you know, too, because the first film nothing like that had ever existed, and then Aliens completely changed the genre to science fiction action. Alien 3 is kind of like a more somber, quiet film, but you get the alien vision in that. You get the alien vision when he's trying to escape. That's where that originated. And then you get, I don't know, it's just a natural progression of where this xenomorph has ended up through Alien versus Predator and some other stuff. And they're trying to bring it to the modern era, you know, of you got to make it exciting. Definitely more gory than I think it's the goriest of the Alien films.
Yeah, probably.
You know, yeah, probably.
And like,
but I know I liked it.
I don't know if. Oh, I definitely liked it. I'm super excited. I want to go see it again. Like, I'll buy that blue. You know, like I definitely liked it. But I'm just curious. It's like how much of the difference is just like trying to make the movie feel different, or like rooted like in the movie and like in the science of the alien, which I feel like is something that they're like pushing but not really talking about, if that makes sense. Like they're like finding the perfect organism, but it's like we don't get much like insight to any of that or like his process. It's just like what's driving it. So it's like, are the xenomorphs more aggressive because they just haven't evolved and learned yet? Like, are they more methodical because they know they have more knowledge later on? And, like, you know what I mean? And, like, they're using that because they're pretty just, like, just, like, running around, like, going crazy.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Just attack everything in sight, yeah.
Yeah, and it's, like, I totally understand that for the different ones, like the neomorph or whatever it is. And I like that it's more of just, like, a feral animal that's just, like, going crazy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that makes sense, and, like, that's cool. And I feel like the facehuggers were always like that, too. But
xenomorphs always seemed a little more intelligent.
Yeah, they were like a big cat or something stalking prey. You know, they would, like, plan things out and, like, hide and, like, make their move at a specific time. They wouldn't just, like, walk up and, like, kill someone right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they were a little more methodical. They were actually intelligent. I mean, if you remember in Alien Resurrection, they talk about how intelligent they are. Because they like torture them, and then they figure out they adapt their behavior to not get punished, and then they figure out a way out of the cage.
Yeah.
That they're in, because they know that their blood's full of acid, and they kill one of the other aliens to put a hole in the prison so they can get out. Like, they're way smarter than this movie makes them out. And maybe that's because it's still the beginning of them.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no like alien queen yet. So
yeah, like, is this knowledge or like evolution of the animal that like will be gained later down the line, or is this just like we wanted to make this like this? Yeah. So they act like that because they're also like they seem way more like tameable in this one. Like, there's aliens that are just, like, standing, like, straight up like a person. Just like, yep. Yeah. Which I've never seen before. And it's like, I'm not opposed to, but, like, that almost seems contradictory to the last point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Any last thoughts before we get into spoilers?
I thought the
non-spoiler
CG
stuff.
Yeah, the CG liquid was a little much, like the drool and stuff.
Yeah.
It looked a little like they found some new algorithm for animating it. That, you know what I mean? It's just like everything, the goo is just like sliding off like crazy, and like the spit in the original one is like it was probably just used to cover up how fake it looked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like in the new one, it's just like it's just like all this drool everywhere. It was a little much, but
yeah, the CG.
That's a nitpick.
They just look different than what we're used to. Yeah. They look less realistic to me. But aside from that, I think the score was decent. You know, I thought the score was good.
There were definite moments that were great.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked the cast. The cast was good.
Yeah, Danny McBride I liked. I thought he could have been given a little more to do, but I thought he was good.
Yeah.
And like
he did the part well. Yeah, agreed.
Mikey Foss always killing it.
He was absolutely fantastic in this movie.
Yeah, man.
He had so much to do, and
yeah,
he was great. Definitely the star of the picture. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I liked it, but there's so much to kind of get into in spoilers. So let's dive right in.
All of this is to start our new life. Where is it? Let me out!
We're in Spoiler Town now.
Next stop, Spoiler Town.
Next stop, Spoiler Town.
Spoiler Town. All right. I don't have any advertisement. Whatever.
So, let me just. This is the first thing coming to mind. I felt like this film had a lot of. It felt like Blade Runner to me. Some of the Blade Runner aspects. Yeah, because you get.
Just with the android stuff?
We're dealing with androids. You're dealing with androids talking about how they're superior and how it being equal to humans. The interaction between the two androids. And just like some of the scenes and some of the story beats were like, I can tell this is a Ridley Scott film. You know?
Totally.
It felt like an old school Ridley Scott film for some of the stuff between David and what's the other one's name?
Walter?
Yeah, Walter. Stuff between them it gave some Blade Runner vibes to me. I'm like, I feel like that's something he could be doing in the new Blade Runner movie, but he's bringing that kind of into this film about aliens. To another point, now they're not aliens really anymore. I mean, it was a virus spore thing that got bioengineered into an organism that takes over people. It's not an alien. It's not like an advanced intelligent race anymore.
Yeah, totally.
Which I don't know if I like. Yeah.
I don't know if I dislike it. It's just it's definitely weird, and it changes things. You know,
it does. It's a big,
and it's also like
point.
Like how are I guess I'm curious, like logistically, like how do they spread enough? You know, where does the queen, like if he makes the egg, like number one, like how does he do that? How does the queen? Does he like engineer the queen? Like
what happens?
How are there's all these eggs like in the first ones? You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Well, that's what I'm interested about because he said that he wants to make about 3 more films.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely some more explaining to do about how Alien Covenant ends to the point where Alien starts, you know?
Yeah.
How does that ship full of his eggs end up on LV-426?
Yeah.
How does that end up there? Because now he's got this huge-ass colony ship where he can just fucking experiment and be mad scientist too. But I want to know how that changed to Alien.
Totally.
I know.
And at least, like, I don't need it to, like, be like, I'm charting a course for LV-426.
Sure.
And, like, you know, but, like, just to, like how do they spread that much?
Right.
I mean, it's got to be he just uses everyone on that ship to, like, breed them. But still, it's like, what came first, the egg or the queen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it's the egg, but, like, it's kind of strange. And also the black goo thing, it's like, so are the spores on the planet what they harvest to get that black goo, or is that a product of all the goo being spored, like, thrown across the land?
I think this,
it makes, you know?
Yeah. I think the goo's the beginning, and the goo was spread and got into the air, and it just like evolved to these like spore plant things.
Yeah, because it's a thing where it's like, I don't know if I need to know. It's just kind of a strange thing. You know what I mean? It's like it's weirdly similar, but it's different. It's like, were the spores what they made the goo from, or did the goo create the spores? Because that would make sense, because it all sprays in the air when he lets it go or whatever.
That's another thing. It's like the spores. These, even if it's a breathable planet, you should go with your helmets on.
The helmet, yeah.
Wear the fucking helmet, and then you go in and just like touch the spore. That guy's like smoking a fucking cigarette, like on this brand new planet, where there's been supposedly, to their knowledge, no humans. You know what I mean? So it's like, these are people that are. It's just reckless. It's just reckless shit that gets.
It's
them
a
in
little
trouble.
much.
It's just. It's just a dumb excuse to create things to happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to be off to himself and just like acting stupid and then gets infected. You know, it's just, there's other ways to do it. But yeah, it's interesting. I do think though, I love the movie. I think it's fantastic up and through that moment where David shows up.
Yeah.
I that scene where shit starts to go down, where the 2 people are infected, and the guys are heading back to the ship, and the alien spouts out of the guy's back. Like, that's like seat gripping shit. It's really good. I was all in for that. And then David shows up kind of like a dark Jedi.
Yeah. Which people like were chuckling in my theater when he showed up. I was just like, I don't care, this is cool.
Oh,
I
totally thought it was cool. I didn't chuckle at all. I just thought, in hindsight, it's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I just thought it was weird that people were like, this is goofy. It's like, I don't know, guys. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought it was, like, silly or anything.
No.
And then, another problem I have is just some of the decisions are what brings this movie down for me. Is, like, okay, they go through all this shit. They see their friends die. And then they have some time to kind of... They follow David. They get to this ancient city. Not one person asks any questions. Like, why is there a giant statues of human heads here. Or
yeah.
Just like, what's going on? We don't know where the aliens. It's like, you are literally in a city on an unknown planet. Yeah, that's the only questions you're going to ask. You're not, where are we? What is this place? They don't even say that.
They like see the engineers and they go, wow, they were gigantic. It's like,
yeah.
Or how about, wow, these are real.
Yeah.
Like, these are
wow.
here. You know?
Aliens exist. You know?
Yeah.
Because at this point, they don't know aliens are a thing. Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
But I guess they heard about the Prometheus, right?
Well, they knew it disappeared.
They know aliens are a thing?
No, they only know
it disappeared.
They only know that it disappeared. They only know that the ship went missing. That's it.
I just remember that bit of like exposition for anyone who didn't see Prometheus when they're like, he'd say, Elizabeth Shaw, yeah, captain of the Prometheus. They're just all talking about it, you know.
Exposition.
Yeah, but
here's a framed picture. Somehow she brought that on the ship with her.
That was a little goofy, but a little goofy. Speaking of her, though, why is this thing with her a online prequel? Why is that not in the movie? That flashback of him destroying all the engineers, that should be like 30 minutes long. Like, I want to know, I want to see all that. I want to see him landing on the planet, her fixing him, like, them falling in love, him betraying her, him destroying all these aliens. Like, I want to see all that happen. But it's just like, she's not in the movie at all. You see her dead body for like a
But clearly they gave her money to do the prequel thing online, right? Yeah. Why not put that in the film?
Really Scissorhands.
Dude. Scissorhands over here. He cut that. Why would you cut that?
Yeah, why are you cutting that, bud?
Especially since they show in the movie a little bit of the flashback of him releasing the pods.
Yeah, totally.
Go ahead and show her there. Show her.
It's like, how about he just tells the story? Because it's like him telling the story, and then it cuts away like halfway in, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how about it just cuts away the whole story? How about we lose his voiceover and we just like are in the flashback for 30 to 40 minutes? Okay with me. You know, like, I just want to see that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Or like that be the start to the movie or something, you know? Yeah.
For those who don't know, the company who made Alien, I guess, or Alien Covenant, released a prequel short film online.
Well, there's two of them, right?
There's two, yes, there's two. There's one of the crew on the ship, and then there's one of in between Prometheus and Alien Covenant, where David releases the pods, and you see Elizabeth Shaw with him.
Yeah.
They already paid her to be in it. They should have just put that scene in the film. Doesn't make any sense why they took it out.
I really don't understand that.
It doesn't make any sense.
This is back to what I'm saying too. It's like two prequels, two different movies. You know?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
And you can tell he cut some more just by that other from the trailer for one, and the other prequel film of The Crew, where they don't mention this in the film at all. If I did not know anything else about it and I just went in blind, all of them were couples. The whole crew was a couple. But in the trailer, they're like, this is a legendary mission. We're all couples here working together. But you kind of get this sense throughout the film that they are... it's wives. Like some people have some wives.
Yeah.
Right. But in the trailer, they specifically say some lines, and there's a whole scene in the trailer that's not in the film.
Yeah. It's weird, man. It's like, I just want to see the ultimate cut of all the stuff. I just want all the stuff in there. Give me all the stuff.
Right. I agree.
The movie would be better for it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. At the same time, when we're talking about you like the slow stuff, and I do too, I did enjoy what horror scenes there were. Like, I enjoyed... I thought the scene was fucking badass with... Daniels swinging on the rope on that ship with Danny McBride trying to shoot the alien. That's like classic shit right there.
Yeah, it was good.
I thought I was into it. I thought that was decent. I was into it, yeah. And the claw and everything.
Yeah.
And obviously like the scene I mentioned before, which was like holy shit, I was like mouth open with the whole operation scene where the guy alien comes out of the back. It's like holy fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy. I will say I wasn't crazy about the last action scene with them like opening the door and like letting all the stuff go out. It just kind of was like, oh, they got out. There's an alien on board. Like 100% there's going to be an alien on this ship. And it was like exactly something we've seen before. Just like on it's like bigger things are being thrown out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
It was a little goofy.
Yeah, it is. We have seen it before. We saw it in Aliens.
Yeah.
So, but I think also it was to Ridley Scott trying to give some fan service. You know, again, bringing in the original film. You got to have the alien on the ship, and then you got to have him.
You got to have the alien on the ship, but let's let's switch it up a little bit. You know, it seems like they were like switching it up, but also keeping it familiar. But like I couldn't like figure it. It just seemed the whole movie seemed like teetering to me between like two ideas.
Definitely, you know? Definitely, and that's what brings up my earlier point of the fact that it brings in some of that formula that's been overused, and like we've seen that before. We've seen it being blown out the airlock, and then it hits the same boom boom boom. In the end, it hits the same points. In the middle, it kind of experiments a little with the lore and some of the stuff, the slow stuff. Yeah. But in the end, it ends up being just like every other film, and I think that's getting tiresome.
Yeah, I'm a little over it. I want the next one to just like blow me away. You know, both of them I've just been like, it's really good, except, you know what I mean? Like, except there's this, but I feel like this one has more. It's less that there's stuff that's in it that's bad, and it's just like there's not enough time to like cover all the ideas. Whereas in Prometheus, there was stuff that it's like, this scene's no good. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
I like the scene of them with like the hologram Guy Pearce and like moving the shit around with their hands. It's just like, this is not good. This technology existed? No. No, it didn't. Like, and I think they tied it in a little bit better in this, but you could tell that they were like trying to make it make sense because they just went like crazy in Prometheus, and it's like, yeah, there's holograms that take up a whole room and it looks exactly lifelike. It's like, yeah, that was around when the first Alien happened. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a little outrageous, but didn't bother me as much in this one. I guess it was just a thing of like the actual alien attacks, like while some of them were definitely good, it was just like, oh, the alien's here, and it just like shows it on like the 3D model of the whole thing, and then just, oh, there it is, it's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to like, where the hell is this? And I guess they have the blip in the old ones. They have like the radar, you know, and it says if it's coming towards them, but usually it's like above or below, or like, and you're seeing them going like, it's right in front of me. It's like, it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas in this, it's like, it's here, and then it's just like, just at the door, like freaking out.
There it is.
You know
exactly where I said it was.
Yeah, it's just, it's
we
like,
have superior technology on this ship.
yeah, it's just, it's a little, that whole disparity's a little strange to me.
Yeah.
Seems like it's just because it's later, they want like cooler tech in it when it's like, or you could just like make it like the other ones. I don't know.
Although I don't know if you caught it, I did appreciate the little callback Easter egg of I don't know if you noticed on the screens there's like the red X when the ship is basically like on lockdown.
Yeah.
The red X is the exact same.
I didn't notice, no.
It's the exact same from Alien.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's a little kind of callback there of little
the
Easter
design.
egg I noticed. Yeah, just the design of the screen. They actually use the same graphic design.
Yeah.
So
which is sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like what you should do. You know, but they already didn't do it, so
right.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's in the same world. Like, come on.
Yeah. What'd you think of the first scene of the movie?
First scene of the movie. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
with the original guy from Prometheus and David. I thought it was I enjoyed it. I thought it brought some context. I thought it brought some context to the story it's trying to tell with David. You know. And then it's kind of confusing, which I actually did appreciate in the marketing that they didn't give away that David was in it.
Yeah,
because I knew Michael Fassbender was in it, but I was like, he's the new android. I just automatically thought that. And then you get that David backstory. I'm like, well, is he? You know, I see him in Covenant. It's like, is he? And then you figure it out. But I did enjoy that that aspect that they didn't give that away in marketing.
Definitely.
But yeah, the first scene, I thought it looked great. It had that same kind of Prometheus aesthetic to it.
It's like, I definitely like that scene. Keep it in the movie. But I just don't understand, like, it's like that scene is valuable, but, like, is it more valuable than, like, them landing on the planet and, like, seeing... It's like, oh, sorry, I didn't catch your 2 internet prologues, you know, before I saw... Like, I don't know. It just seems like a weird thing to choose to put in the movie when it seems like so much was stripped from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It did seem
but
out
that
of
being
place.
said, I don't want to poo-poo that because, like, I'm into that scene. Like, it's good. It just seems weird.
It did seem weird in the context of the film.
Yeah.
With the rest of the film.
Just of, like, it's like this is what you're spending your running time on when clearly you were, like, cutting this because you thought it had no place, but, like, that has a place. Like, get that in there.
Yeah. What'd you think of here's a nice surprise with James Franco in there?
It was weird, man. I wanted
it. Was weird.
He was barely in it. It was like almost. It was kind of a thing with like Michael Cera, where it's like in Twin Peaks, where it was like, I like James Franco. He's doing good right now. Like, I don't know what he's doing wrong. It's just like weird that it's James Franco.
Yeah,
like, you know,
it's just weird too because like now he's in the Alien universe. Like he's James Franco is in the Alien universe.
Totally. And wasn't he in the prequel thing? Was he in that? The Last Supper one?
Oh, was he? I don't think
remember.
he was. I don't think he was.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was before they went into cryosleep or...
I saw that one a while ago, so I don't really remember much about it.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, I don't think he was, because when I saw him, I was like, wow, I think that's James Franco. And yep, that's definitely James Franco.
Yeah. I had heard that he was in it, but I forgot until he showed up. And then I was like, oh yeah, James Franco's in this movie? Fucking weird. Yeah. And then he just, like, dies immediately, and you go, oh, alright.
Alright.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see him and Danny McBride interact at least once.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
It's like, if they're in the same movie, you might as well kind of get them talking,
might as well milk that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. That's it.
Billy Crudup's character was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It was like well-intentioned. I thought he was good, too, for like what he did. It just didn't seem fleshed out. It seemed like they had this whole thing that they could have delved into about him having faith and stuff, and it's just kind of like they kind of like brushed over.
Exactly, they mentioned that he's this man of faith, but then they never talk about it again. It's like, okay, then why don't they have him like? Because he talks about himself like, oh, if you're a man of faith, people think you're a maniac, a sociopath. You can't make logical decisions. Why didn't that play into the film? Why didn't we come across a point where, well, I guess the one point where he didn't make a logical decision, which was to put his fucking face into an alien egg.
Yeah.
Wasn't logical.
It's a little outrageous. But that scene was cool. I didn't mind that scene, like of him infecting him or whatever. It
was cool to see the face hugger come back and get...
But yeah, I just thought that was another thing. It's like, add some runtime. I'm here. I'll watch the shit out of this no matter how long it is. Like, pump another 20, 30, maybe even 40, 45 into this thing, man. I'll fucking watch it. You know, like...
Yeah.
it just
I'm here.
seemed like
I'm watching it.
yeah, it's like there's a lot more to be explored. Like I'd rather you just take the time to explore it than like trim it to make it this like fast-paced action movie or like fast-paced horror thing slasher.
Yeah.
You know, it just was conflicting.
Yeah, but one thing I will say that this movie had over Prometheus 2 is it actually gave some actual definitive answers. With Prometheus, it only raised questions. You leave unsatisfied because you're like, what? Okay, so where did the aliens come from? What are these engineer guys? I don't know. Why are all these things presented to me and nothing's explained, and now everyone's dead and I will never find out? Like, this is frustrating. But with Alien Covenant, you at least were like, okay, so David is the one who created the xenomorph. That gave me an answer. And yeah, I mean, just that alone was like, this is huge in the whole sense of the franchise.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's a very big reveal.
Yeah.
Speaking
I also
of
like
reveals,
David as a character.
Oh, definitely. He's great.
And his
like,
arc.
I like that he creates the xenomorph and the creator and, you know, that whole theme. It's like, I think that's really interesting. Like, I think that's what's like driving these movies, you know? Like, I'm into that. But it just didn't seem, it seemed like it was there, but there was like more to be like talked about.
Oh, for sure.
We get all of it through visually through like his rooms and like his labs and stuff, but like, I don't know. I guess I just want to see it. I just keep saying like, I just want to see that. Like, I want to see him alone. Like, even if it's like a 5-minute montage with voiceover of him like studying things alone and like figuring it out and like making the eggs, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, like see the process a little bit.
Yeah. Speaking of reveals, though, what I was going to say is, like, one thing that I didn't mind, but was so obvious, was the reveal at the end that it wasn't Walter, that it was David.
Oh, of course.
The most obvious thing in the world. Didn't mind it, because, I knew it was coming this...
Yeah, I think we were kind of meant to know, because it's pretty obvious, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, why cut away from that fight scene if you're not making it ambiguous, you know? Like, it was just really funny. It's like,
it's very, very obvious.
You're not questioning this at all? Like, nah, it's David, bud.
Yeah. I almost... Also... I don't mind that at all, though, because it's kind of like...
Oh, yeah, I don't mind it.
The fact that we do know kind of makes it more stressful when you're like, you know that he's really David, and then they all get in the pods, and then when it's revealed, it's like, yeah, I knew the whole time.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I also thought Catherine Waterston, she's clearly supposed to be a Ripley character.
Yeah, surrogate Ripley.
You know? She could have had more to do. Make her more Ripley. If you're gonna do Ripley, don't do that mass, you know?
She should have had more stuff to do. It kind of seemed like a movie, like Fassbender was the middle, and like everyone else was like had like just enough time to like be in the movie, but not really to like be a full character, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's I'll tell you that the second time I watched it, I definitely enjoyed it. I was like, okay, I'm loving this, because I already knew what was going to happen. I could relax a little bit and kind of just enjoy the ride, and it was a great rewatch.
Nice.
It was still entertaining, but it didn't sway my opinion of the film at all. In fact, I walked out, I was like, yeah, I feel the same about it. I like it, don't love it. There's all these problems with it, but I'm okay with it because I like the movie. So
yeah,
totally. And I'll watch it again when I get that shit on Blu-ray. Let's hope it comes out in 4K.
Oh, it'll come out on UHD.
You think so?
Come out. Oh yeah, they're not gonna not release that on UHD.
They better not. Shit.
I bet Prometheus will come out, and it will come out. If not, all the Alien movies. You know, I could see him doing that for sure.
All the Aliens on 4K.
That would be amazing. That would make me fucking.
That would wreck my life.
I'd rebuy that shit.
I'd be buying that shit for sure, man. Although it's like I already got that. I still love my Alien Anthology Blu-ray set.
It's a nice set, you know.
It's a great set.
It's fucked now, though.
Yeah, I know. And Prometheus.
And I have to.
It's like,
yeah, Prometheus is down in the P's. You know, Alien Covenant sitting next to the set, not incorporated.
Not
and if you have it on UHD too, it's like that might even be. Quick side question: do you incorporate your UHDs into your Blu-rays, or do you have a separate section for them?
Separate section for the UHDs.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's what I was expecting. You know.
Yeah. Here's how my set's kind of laid out. A little side tangent here. I got my Blu-ray box sets at the top.
Okay, you got box at the top.
And then I got UHDs. I only have like 5 of them. Right there. Whole row for Criterions.
Nice.
And then below starts...
I think I'm seeing that in the background here. Yeah, that's
second row there.
Yeah.
And then down below that starts alphabetical order of all Blu-rays.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good.
Running out of space.
Yeah. Gonna need to buy a new shelf, Bob.
I need another shelf, man.
And then you're gonna need to buy more Blu-rays to fill that shelf to get it to a point, so it's not just like a couple at the top, you know?
Oh, of course. So you got to fill it out, you know.
Yeah.
I had to fill it because I actually got a new shelf because I had my DVDs incorporated in there too. But then I got a new shelf, put that over here to the side. Nice. So I got some more space to kind of spread out the blues. But even then, I'm running out of some space.
Running out of blue space, bud. Know how it is, you know. It's a rough one.
I should probably keep investing in this dying technology.
Yeah, I know I am.
Yeah. Anyways.
But anyway, Alien Covenant.
But yeah.
I forget what we were talking about before this tangent on. Media.
Any last thoughts? Is there anything else we didn't cover?
Let's see. Anything else we didn't cover? I feel like there's definitely something that I was gonna say, but I don't remember now. I'm slamming Bruce. This is what always happens.
Yeah, I'm getting a little tipsy myself. Yeah. One scene we didn't talk about. Another one of the stupid decision moments of the girl who goes off to the side to like wash up.
Oh yeah.
Immediately gets eaten. It's like
saw that coming a mile away. It's like, I'm gonna go in here by myself. Like, well, she's fucking dead.
She's dead. Predictable as shit. And then David like is talking to the alien. He's like communicating with him. Billy Crudup shoots him, and he goes, "You need to explain shit to me." And he's like, "Well, follow me." "Oh, okay, I'll follow this guy who's been bioengineering the aliens from the start into this dark tunnel and look into this mysterious egg.
Yeah,
probably everything will be fine."
A bit of a stretch, like, just be like, "Man, I'm not looking at that egg." Like, are you serious? Like,
it's so unrealistic, but whatever.
Yeah,
that I can let slide. The people kind of like touching shit, walking around without helmets. Like, come on, man. This is a brand new planet.
It's pretty goofy, especially because they like had their course set and they decide to switch it. Like, you're just gonna trust it that immediately. Like,
yeah.
I will say this one didn't
bother
me as much. Like while I was watching it, but thinking about it, they make a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah, it's when you think about it, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
In the moment, it's fine, but there's one moment when they first land on the planet and they come out, and I'm like, they're just walking out like this is fucking Star Wars. Because like in Star Wars, it doesn't matter. Science doesn't.
Yeah, totally.
It's completely out the window. It's just fantasy, whatever. Every planet has oxygen. You know, no one needs spacesuits. That's what that kind of felt like. I was like, okay, I kind of go on that route. But then later when I thought about it, I was like, this isn't that though. This is like about science. This is about science exploration and space exploration. They're literally scientists from Earth.
Yeah.
It's like, it would never happen.
Totally.
But whatever. It's just, it's a thing that just, the more I think about it bothers me. But it's it's like it's a silly nitpick, you know. It's just a film, whatever, but it's yeah. Anyway.
So what are you giving it, bud?
3.5.
I'm giving it a 3.5. That's a hard 3.5, though.
Yeah, same.
It's like I think that thing's jumping up next viewing for me, but we'll see. You know, it's a 3.5 right now.
I'll say. Hold on, I wrote this down. I just want to make sure I got my viewing right because I did decide on this. Okay, yeah, 3.5. And I probably when I decided 3.5 my first viewing, and it was a soft 3.5. But after the second viewing, hard 3.5. It would be 4 if it wasn't for that stupid shit that bothers me, like the science being dumb. It'd be a 4. But it's that stupid stuff that continues from Prometheus that just brings me down a little bit. Totally. 3.5. I think that's a very fair assessment, and I definitely like the film too.
I think it's better than a lot of shit that's coming out. Obviously, like all the trailers I saw before it will not be as good as it, but it's like it's because it's held to a higher standard. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's very true.
It's like clearly this is going to be a better film than Transformers: The Last Night. You know,
right.
But like, you know, it's no alien. Oh, the thing I wanted to, we don't have to talk about it that long, but the flute scene was amazing.
Yeah, that's a good thing to bring up. I like the flute scene. That was good. That was good. It was actually kind of cool too, because it's like you kind of see them. Michael Fassbender playing both characters, obviously.
Yeah.
Kind of split, and then the usual way that we're used to. And then I thought it was cool how Ridley Scott just like played with that, you know, like And then he's like, "I'll do the fingering," and they are completely crossing that boundary.
Oh, totally. And it felt like
boundary.
Almost an intentional thing too.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. We're both playing the flute.
Yeah.
But it was. I didn't mind it because I thought it was cool. For the story too. It was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool technology. It's like this film has impressive shit in it, like that. Like that's cool. And from a filmmaking standpoint,
definitely,
it definitely has some. Like, there's some cool stuff if you look beyond the film and the plot, like the actual filmmaking itself. It's actually pretty impressive. Some of the stuff that they do.
Yeah. I'll be buying it day one on Blue. I'll say that.
That's good.
Hopefully UHD if I have it by then. But
dude, if it comes out in UHD, will you get it?
If it comes with the Blu-ray, I'll buy it, even if I don't have the system.
It should come with the Blu-ray. Let's say if it comes UHD 4K and the regular Blu-ray plus digital HD, you'll buy it?
Oh yeah, I'm buying that.
All right, good.
That's a buy.
When do you think you're going to be invested in this shit?
I don't know. Maybe later this summer. I don't know. The synth habit and the blue habit are competing habits. You know what I mean? It's like you get a little something for the synth zone, you get a little something for the blue zone. So I
understand. You can only spend money on certain things. Yeah.
Just got some recording stuff, so maybe the next move's the 4K TV. There's a lot of good synths coming out. I don't know.
Yeah. Nice, man. Well, I'm glad we agree on the rating, man.
Yeah.
We always seem to kind of be on the even keel similar. There. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what else where this franchise goes. You know, maybe 3 more films. I mean, I'm down. Bring it, Ridley Scott. Let's go, dude.
He also didn't he make? Well, he said 6 initially, right? I heard something crazy like that, and then he was like 3, and then he also I saw some quote that was like, "Yeah, I mean, I'll make 2 more, maybe 1 more. I don't know, maybe I'll make more." So like, I definitely think there's another one coming. But
in a recent interview with Catherine Waterston, it was like a publicity interview. He mentions a film called Alien Awakening. He gave out a title, and he's like, "Interesting." I read an article about it, but it was like this whole thing where he might make the next film in between Prometheus and Alien Covenant.
Oh, jeez.
He's like fucking with the
Really
timeline.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But either way, no matter where it takes place, it's the next one's called Alien Awakening.
Well, if the next one takes place with David between the two movies, that's the movie that I want to see for sure. Like, I will be ecstatic if that's what it is. It'll be cool no matter what. I'll go see it no matter what. But, like, if that's what he's actually talking about, ooh, that's going to be tasty.
Yeah. It's interesting, man. It's like, I want to see that for sure. I want to see that. But I also want to see... I don't know. I need that Sigourney Weaver element in there. As in a character that is kind of flowing through all the films. And I guess that's David. But I don't know. I want like another Sigourney Weaver or some character that ties me into like a new... Yeah.
You know, so it's like you want the hero.
Right. And I like that. I like the David thing. I think it's cool that they went there with David. I thought that was very awesome. I don't know. It doesn't feel classic Alien to me. It's a new thing. Yeah. And that's fine. But
which is understandable.
I don't know.
It's weird. Yeah. It almost seems like you could have just made a completely new franchise.
Yeah.
To explore these ideas and not be tied down to Alien.
Yeah.
Which is like, I'm not disappointed that he did, but like that's definitely an option, you know.
Yeah, I feel like after this discussion for sure, it's like he should have just made Prometheus 2. Forget the Alien shit, you know, because it had to be an Alien movie also. Prometheus wasn't. It just had some little callbacks to it. Make a Prometheus 2. And then do a separate Alien film or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like make them at the same time and come out with them like in 2 years in a row, you know?
Yeah.
And it's basically just like make Alien Covenant but shoot like an extra hour of content and then split them into 2 movies.
They probably could have done that.
Boom, you're done. You're fucking done, you won it, bud.
Yeah. You got what everyone wanted and the marketers wanted. You got your Alien film and you got your stupid lore film with the Prometheus, alright?
Yeah, come on. Give me that. Well, yeah. I'm just holding out hope for that director's cut on Blu-ray. Really hoping that's a thing.
You know Ridley Scott likes his director's cuts.
Yeah, but there's no Prometheus director's cut, which has me worried, you know?
Yeah,
but what if both come out? What if there's a Prometheus director's cut and an Alien Covenant director's cut?
If there was a Prometheus director's cut, I'd be eating that shit up. That'd be awesome.
Dude, I'm scooping that up day one, bud. I'm lighting those candles. I'm spreading the roses. I'm watching Prometheus. Hopefully UHD.
Roses.
Making it comfy, you know, getting in the mood.
The candles. This is what you do for yourself.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
When you watch a special viewing, I do it all the time.
Never done that. I do light some candles, but that's just because we have candles around. It's not like like a sexy candle or
right. No, I like candles too, but little rose petals for heat.
Yeah, totally. Get some heat in.
Oh man, real funny.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Random question. I'm looking at IMDb. I'm looking at the cast. We were talking about how everyone was a couple, right? The crew was a couple. Was the older guy, who was like kind of like a more military rugged guy, was he partners with the one of the first guys that got infected? Were they a couple? Because I got a little sense of that. About. Okay, so there was the guy who got infected with the black woman, and then they went onto the lander and got infected, right? Then there was the separate guy, the second guy who got infected when they were on the ship, and he got the spores in his nose. That guy with the kind of the beard, was he partners with the older guy? Because there was like a little... I only noticed the second time I watched it, there's like a little scene because when he dies, the alien comes out of him. He's like really upset. So I'm just curious.
I don't really know. I don't really remember.
Is that like a little gay couple? I'm just curious.
It'd be cool if so.
Yeah. I mean,
don't know how they're gonna populate the planet, but hey.
Otherwise, who else were they
get those right mindsets on the new planet? But
yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because what was their woman counterpart if not each other? That's just something I noticed the second viewing. That was interesting. It's like, oh, okay, little sly, little modern view on couples in there. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I need to see it again for sure. It's a lot I don't remember.
Pay attention to that next time you watch it.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
I might go see it again on IMAX. We'll see.
Ooh, a little IMAX action?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Dude. Let's get it going, dog. Xeno head, dude.
Dude, total Xeno head, bro.
Alright, man. I think that's going to wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
Alright, dude. Good talking to you, man.
Yeah, good talking to you.
It was a good review, as always. And you can always follow us on iTunes. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Podomatic. You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at LTURAM Podcast. You can always email us at listentousrantaboutmovies@gmail.com. And that is it for our review of Alien Covenant. Zach, good talk.
Good talking, bud.
Till next time, bud.
Till next time.
Take it easy.